Hi, Kelly Tobey here, and I want to welcome you back to the series on steps to receiving successful relationships. So I'll read about the theme for the day and then go into more details on that after I've read it. So the theme is the most empowering approach to relationship is to work with the premise that how you interact with others is a reflection of who you are internally. Change yourself inwardly, and the outward reflections will change to match. So that's the theme for today. So when we take that approach, it starts to empower us because it ups the level of accountability around how we're co-creating the relationships that we surround ourselves with. And when we understand that we're part of that co-creation, then the next level that we can start to understand and see is that they're a reflection of what's going on for us internally. So to give an example around that, if there's a place where I'm hitting a spot of low self-esteem, maybe I've got an old tape running of putting myself down or making myself wrong, and what is likely going to happen is that it can show up in my outside relationships. So if I attract in somebody that's calling me names or putting me down or degrading me in some way, I might even go on the defensive around it and act as if that's all about them and they're doing something wrong and they're making a mistake. Or I could look at it as a reflection of what I'm actually telling myself internally. And when I take on the accountability for that, what tends to happen is then if I take ownership and decide to shift internally and start and stop condemning myself and putting myself down, then there's a place where I can come forward and make some clean, open-hearted boundaries with other people if they're reflecting that voice that used to be inside myself. And I'll notice that as that critical voice internally starts to slow down and subside, I'll see that it becomes a direct reflection of the relationships outside as well. Is that if people are putting me down, that I won't stick to anything, and I won't be affected by it. I won't need to go defensive. But even more likely is that I'll find that I'm not attracting in people that are critical in the same way that I was before. So that's just one example of how we can use what's unfolding outside ourselves as a way to look internally and start to make adjustments in what's going on in our internal world, in our internal consciousness. And the more work that we do with ourselves on the internal, then the more we're gonna see a reflection of that in the relationships that we have with other people. So yes, I think that's all I want to say on this theme for today. Thanks for joining me. And if you want to access an article with the same name, Steps to Receiving Successful Relationship, you can go to the website. It's www.kellytobey.com, and then just push on the article button and you'll find that article, which dovetails really nicely with these themes that we're working with. Thanks, and bye for now.